What is up, fellow summoners? Welcome to the channel today. Thanks for stopping by. This is a infinite streak guide for the 4-star basic arena. This is only using 3-star characters. Many different methods can be used to achieve the same goal, but I wanted to show that you can do it with 3-star characters. You don't need like a huge roster. You don't need a bunch of maxed out 4-star champs to be able to work your way through the basic arena. And it's really important that you get into the basic arena as soon as possible, because a lot of those 4-star characters are very strong. You need to grab those and start building up your roster as soon as possible. I am quickly blowing through all this footage in the background. Don't worry about it so much. You're not missing anything. All I'm doing up until win streak number 12 is using all of my rank 1 3-star characters. I keep my PI as low as possible up until win streak number 12 in order to keep the enemy's PI as low as possible up until that point. So it's in fast forward. You're not missing anything. These fights are all simplistic. You'll notice from the characters that I'm fighting, most of those are rank 1 still as well. Now I'm getting up towards, what is this? This is win streak number 9 going for win streak number 12. This is win streak number 9 going for win streak number 10. This is streak 10 going for 11 and streak 11 going for 12. And this is the fight where things, win streak number 12, this is where things start to ramp up. So what I'm doing here, Crossbones you see is a rank 1 character. I'm throwing him in there basically just to complete the roster. But I'm looking for 2 characters, rank 2, that I feel comfortable winning no matter who I fight against. So I move things around in my advantage here. Looking at Rocket Raccoon and Ronin, those are the 2 that I'm focused on. The Crossbones there, I'm going to quit that fight, not even worry about it. Same strategy again here. I throw in Hood just to complete the roster, but Wolverine and Captain America are the 2 fights that I'm really focusing on winning. So again, keeping the PI low by having a low-ranked champ in there. You can see here, win streak number 14. Really, I've got a Red Hulk there, rank number 1. It's still fairly simplistic. This is going for win streak number 15. This is where things start to ramp up a little bit, but I'm still implementing the same strategy. Civil Warrior there, I've got just thrown in to complete the roster. But Jane Foster Thor and Scarlet Witch are the 2 characters that I'm really focused on. So we won with Jane Foster Thor, go back in and win the fight with Scarlet Witch. Then the next fight after that, we sandbag, we just quit it, not worried about it. So that gets us to win streak number 15. Again, at win streak number 15, the PI is still relatively low for the enemy. They're not too far ahead of me. What I'm focused on here now is just getting the best matchup possible. I want to stay away from Beast, even though he is not necessarily that much more difficult than the other 2 characters. His animations can catch you sometimes. I felt very comfortable being able to defeat Hawkeye, and also wanted to take advantage of the class advantage with Superior Iron Man. So we've settled that one. We've gotten through win streak number 15. That's win streak 16. Okay, we're here 16, trying to get to 17. This is where things really start to ramp up, is when you try to push for win streak 17, 18, and 19. And I will slow things down pretty significantly here for the sake of the viewers. But again, I am still sandbagging. I've got Iron Fist there as a rank 1 character. I've got 2 characters that I feel comfortable winning with, and that is Punisher and that is Magic. The fight here, really all you need to focus on is this sounds simplistic, but you just want to focus on not making any mistakes. So if that means that you need to really slow the fight down and bait out every single special from them, then that's what you need to do. Because typically and my PI is not real high there as far as the enemy being above me, but once you start getting into win streak, going for win streak 17, 18, and 19, the PI will really start to ramp up fairly high, and if you do get hit from the enemy, it's pretty much over, especially if you're fighting somebody who's got a bleed. So really try to stay away from characters like Magic, who's got Limbo. Classic Spider-Man's another one you want to stay away from. Just have a lot of inherently difficult things to play against. This fight here, I was a little bit worried just because I didn't want to push him into a special one and have too much evasion to deal with. But I had the class advantage, so I decided to go for it. And really, watch out for his S2. This thing reaches all the way across the map when he finally does attempt to use it. Yeah, I know it's kind of fast to see, but just play it safe here. Don't really even need to attack him. Wait for that evasion to drop off. Even with class advantage, his PI is still almost double what mine is. So there you go. Recoil helps quite a bit. If you can fight guys with recoil and teams with recoil, just let them use as many specials as possible and kill themselves. Karnak is another really good fight to go up against because you can bait out that special one Special 1 is basically he just stands there, gives himself a buff, but it's nothing that you have to try to evade. It's nothing difficult. So yeah, characters like Karnak, Spider-Gwen, anybody who's got a physical special that makes it a lot easier to evade, those are really the ones that you want to go for, and when you're looking for easier matchups to pair up against. So that got us to win number 18. This is win 18 going for win streak 19, and really you can see their magic. You don't want to deal with magic. I didn't want to deal with Hulk either, but I will take my chances with Hulk. Outside of, or over top, I should say, of having that limbo damage that's going to tear you up. Elektra, I do my best here to try to push her into her S2. S2 is a lot easier to evade, won't be taking any damage at all. Stun from Black Bolt is really effective, help you to be able to control the fight, push her into whichever special that you want to deal with. But that fight was not too difficult. The second one here, though, with Hulk, you just got to be careful. Hulk is one of those characters, signature ability. The lower that you get him in his health, the harder he's going to be hitting. So if you are attempting to intercept, or playing maybe a little bit too aggressive, if you make one mistake, he's probably going to kill you. So I would make sure that really, probably for any fight that's like this, but especially Hulk, do not try to intercept. Don't try to intercept, and try as much as you can to push him into his S2. There was one, yeah, right there. There was one S1 I had to evade, but the S2 is much easier to evade. Again, having characters that have the ability to power lock or stun help these fights out a lot when the PI is so flip-flopped. So that gets us to win number 19, and then this is the this is win number 19 going for win streak number 20. This is the last fight that you will need to sandbag. So I've got Spider-Man, I've got Superior Iron Man. Looking through here, I want to deal with Captain America. He's much easier fight. Not that Civil War is difficult, but he's got a lot of armor breaks or armor up abilities to deal with. Ultron, even though I would have class advantage, I don't want to mess with. He's got that evade, so I will take my chances with Storm. Storm, I find a lot easier to evade the S1 than the S2, as long as you're keeping your eye out and paying attention to it. But either way, if you get hit by the S1 or the S2, it's going to kill you. But the timing for me with the S1 is easier to deal with. Overall, not too terrible. This fight goes off without any real issues. But again, just take your time. As I mentioned before, I don't really have anything earth-shattering for you as far as gameplay goes. It's more along the lines of knowing which characters to bring in for which fight is going to help you out more than anything. And then we will finally finish off the fight by dealing with Captain America here. Nothing too difficult. S1, S2, both easy to evade. So as a recap, I've had it down in the bottom left-hand corner there this whole time, but hopefully if you had any issues or confused, you can just kind of look at that. Wins 1 through 12, I use my rank 1 3 stars to keep the PI as low as possible. Then once you get to win number 12, going for number 13 through number 16, personally, I try to use rank 3s for win number 13 and 14, and then 15, 16, I use my rank 4s. But certainly, once you have win number 16, you're going for 17 through 19. You definitely have got to have those rank 4 characters. Once your win streak gets to number 20, as you can see here, I've hit 20. Once you start bringing in your rank 4 characters, as long as your PI, I believe it's right at 6,000, I would probably try to stay north of like 6,500 just to be on the safe side. But you can see here, I'll bring in a couple of rank 4 characters, just throwing through randomly in there. That puts my PI up over 7,000, but you can see the enemy I'm fighting against is well below that. So from here on out, from win streak number 20 plus moving forward, as long as you've got the PI, that's the biggest thing you need to keep your eye on. As long as that PI is up above where it needs to be, you'll be fine. Two things you definitely need for these fights: dexterity and also evasion. To evade, it's 2 masteries that you pick up in the utility tree. If you don't have those, you're going to have a hard time dealing with these fights that have such high PI. Hopefully this was a help to you. If you have any questions, certainly leave those down below. I'll try to help you out. Otherwise, best of luck to you. Get over into that 4-star basic arena as soon as you can and start building up your roster in an effort to get to the featured arena someday. Alright guys, take care. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.